at their set history, but of course we gotta highlight their tournament run here at Let's Make Moves Miami. It's nice to note that I believe Apollo did lose or got put into losers originally by Fatality, losing that very close set 3-2, and Ned did lose to Aquila, who had then lost himself to Mute Ace, who was sitting in the winner's side of this top 8. So very interesting comeback here between both of these players as they get set up here on the loser side of things. But you really highlighted something that I love to talk about when it comes to these top 8s at these tournaments, and it's the character diversity, aside from the regional diversity that we have. But we're going to get started here. We got the Sephiroth versus the Snake.
It is going to be game 1 on Battlefield, and it is not a place that Snake gets taken to often because he has really, really good ways of controlling the pace of the game here, locking you down as a character. But Sephiroth kind of gets to disengage from that because of just how good he is at that mid-range. Ned is going to really try to believe in that in particular.
You know, it's really nice to know here, Apollo hasn't really been troweling as often. I think the last time we saw him was in Riptide in September, where I think he got 4th as well there. So it's nice to see what he's going to be bringing to this tournament and how far he's been able to go, because he's one of those different Snakes. All these Snakes play incredibly different, but I really enjoy to see that passive-aggressive playstyle that he's got.
Not only that, I mean, he's just been trying for so long to make it into a top 8. I mean, that has been one of his first steps towards being like one of the top players in the world. And he not only truly believes that he can get there, he has also demonstrated it. He is going for a saucy read to try to start off this game and really establish some momentum.
Can we talk about the patient play that he's approaching already, only off of this first stock? He's not trying to get overzealous here. Yeah, you got Ned at 153, but this is Sephiroth that we're talking about. Not only do these backers and fairs cover so much of the platform space, but the high recovery is going to be detrimental to not only the Snake play when it comes to mixing up that recovery, because it's very vulnerable when you recover below the ledge, but that up air is going to be something that you got to look out for from the set.
That is something that I see Ned do a lot, basically against any character that recovers high. You talk about a Rob, you talk about a Snake, you talk about a Peach, any of those characters, he'll blow you up with that up air, but ApolloKage turning things around with a ledge trap, and Snake being one of the few characters that can actually do that to Sephiroth, already demonstrating some proficiency there.
And looking for the redemption here, though. Nice parry from Apollo, just waiting. Avoiding that back here. Something that Ned's going to be doing a lot, obviously, is going to be jumping in place, and Apollo's doing a really good job at capitalizing off of that. Before that, Nair is going to keep him stuck by the ledge a little bit.
When you don't have any sort of immediate long-range hitboxes to throw out, you know, Snake obviously can toss a lot of projectiles, and you note that ApolloKage is trying to get these grenades to cook and then explode when they're a whole lot closer to the Sephiroth, rather than trying to use them as much for stage control, and boy is he putting on a lot of damage. He is doing a phenomenal job at stopping Ned from executing his initial game plan.
You talked about cooking. He's trying to cook up Ned here by the ledge for a while, and he's got the wing ready. You see him trying to wait for the up air, but I also really like the patience from Apollo. Notice, not only going all the way high up, now he's forced to recover down below. He's going to blow himself up with the C4. A nice little cheeky recovery to avoid these up airs. Can we talk about the immediate adaptation off of only one stock here?
Yeah, I mean, he noticed right there that Ned had already used the double jump, right? So figured that, okay, the up air probably not going to be able to catch me there, and catching Ned forward jumping in the center of the stage, trying to keep that middle belonging to him, but ApolloKage fighting for it, taking the lead here on the final stock.
Playing so amazingly. We catch the grenade after hitting Ned with the dash attack. He's kept him by the ledge a little bit. That little single hit of the back here before Ned is able to come back. But also utilizing these grenades as almost like a makeshift shield. You're stuck here by the platforms, you're stuck in shield, you get the back air at conversion right afterwards, but the survivability of Apollo here with 162% on that second stock is fantastic. Just look at this, 62% and climbing for Ned.
Absolute hallmark of the Snake gameplay, and again, the more that he plays against Ned, the more that he is going to be able to find ways to shut down those stray hit KOs, and that is something that Sephiroth will rely on a whole lot. Ned finding some difficulty getting in and getting that finishing blow on the second stock as ApolloKage's lead just continues to balloon.
Even if Apollo wants to use the fastest move for Snake out of shield, being that downer here, it's going to be detrimental because you know Ned is going to space himself out. He's going to be able to have that back air so he can actually space himself safely to keep up the pressure. Air dodging to get the ledge invincibility. He has lived with his second stock for so long. Meanwhile, he's still been playing by the ledge for quite some time too.
ApolloKage says that he will absolutely stick underneath those platforms and he will camp as much as he wants to because he knows that that is an effective way to play Snake, but Ned finally finding some effect with that back air does catch that jump where ApolloKage is trying to control that center plat. Ned at 94 though, he is definitely getting close to losing this stock when Snake has all that raw kill power.
I love it, distracting him, having two grenades and this grenade into the C4 as well. You covered so much in that option, but his placement on the top platform is what really helped elevate him because Ned felt like he had to he was pressured right there to jump over by the side of the ledge, but Apollo covering so many options as well was fantastic.
And that just shows off the usage that he gets out of Battlefield and how good his game plan has been morphed around that stage, especially in this matchup. We saw, you were talking about, ApolloKage being vertical right above Ned, and even though you saw that up air take that first stock, that up air is a very slow move and one that ApolloKage can react to when Ned's about to throw it out, and he has been taking advantage of that.
Let's talk about the crowd real quick, too. The crowd has been lively all weekend long. I love the chants. I love the regional cheers coming in for a lot of our teams here, but we're going to get started already with game number 2. Just got to give them a little bit of love because I love some of the shirts that we got in the crowd going on, too. C4 already putting down on the bottom here, but Ned actually trying to play more by the ledge than I had expected from the very beginning of game number 1.
Yeah, normally ApolloKage loves you being there because he wants to force you to try to approach center stage, but Ned's starting to realize after that game 1, right, okay, ApolloKage can actually kind of control the vertical game, so if I try to fight him horizontally, maybe he'll find a little bit more success. Right now, though, ApolloKage is still the one getting out to the lead and cutting off the avenue to the ledge with that C4, forces Ned to go high. He does get center stage back, and now he's got the opportunity.
I just really like the cheeky plays that we see between the grenade and the C4 side by side, because I don't know about you, Kalina. Sometimes it's very hard for me to see things, especially when there's a little bit of that green on the battlefield here, so it can get masked easily, and when you're stuck by the ledge at this percent, it can be scary. The backer sneaking through. Gonna take the first stock here in favor for Ned. Already a really great start for Ned, but he slowed things down significantly. He caught him. He scooped him up here.
Again, that vertical game is so nice. We've seen ApolloKage just shove people off from short hopping and jumping in, which is something that a lot of people want to do to try to maneuver around the grenades and stop Snake from getting that stage control. But you got to remember just how good his anti-air game is. It's not just that up tilt either. You can see the grenades putting in overtime for AK.
Oh, yeah. Grenades stacking up so much percent over time there, too, especially when he can just wait in his shield and he gets a follow-up right afterwards if you try to hit him, his shield with an aerial. The grenade acting as the best insurance coverage that you could possibly have right there. No follow-up from Ned. Nair's coming in. The grenade is going to be on that platform, which can scoop up Ned. He gets that one up here, but it's always that stray hit into reset sometimes, unless you keep ApolloKage up here off stage. The up here almost trying to sneak its way through, but Apollo actually managing to skate right by Ned.
The crowd kind of sounded like somebody tossed a wee bowling ball back by accident because Ned was so close to landing it up there, but instead went for the back air, maybe reading ApolloKage, bailing out of that high recovery early, just like he did right there. Ned stuck to his guns and he found his KO, and once again, getting to play with this lead because this horizontal game has been absolutely dominant from him.
And that's the scary part about Snake playing at a disadvantage, when you're forced to recover up high, when you're forced to actually manage to play slinky around wherever you have to go, around these gigantic hitboxes. Against a character like Sephiroth, this is where you want to keep Snake. So you can see the way that Ned has been playing very patiently. Nice DI of actually managing to survive past that and avoid the Nikita as well. He's going to be able to try to get back up, and the up air, catching another jump. Polo doing a really good job like catching a lot of these jumps when it comes to forcing, having Ned force himself back onto the stage.
That is a place that ApolloKage has been finding a whole lot of success. Again, once he gets Ned at disadvantage, even for a character like Sephiroth, when you're going up against Snake, it's hard to escape that. And ApolloKage looking for custom combos off the grenades, finds it, and it's enough to even up the game.
Oh.
Now he's going for more with Ned all the way back into the corner.
We zoom in, though. We got the wing out here for Ned, 83%, and waiting. Look at the way that ApolloKage is playing, though. Not only just grounded, but creating a barrage of these grenades. Ned going zoom in, though, by the ledge, just playing patiently. That was a regrab right there, as the grenade is going to be able to blow him up. Oh, jump right into the Nikita. Again, it was a call out on the jump by the ledge.
Just a hard call out there from ApolloKage. It's not enough to take the stock, though, and we'll have to see if Ned can turn it around after a moment like that. He's back to center stage, but here comes ApolloKage just trying to drift in with something strong.
That was actually insane, and the grenade getting hit at the same time, too. A great amount of shield pressure. The back air now coming in from Ned. Great DI. Where are you going to go? You're going to try to recover up high, but Ned's not even going to shark you with the up airs. Apollo manages to make his way back.
Perfect air dodge down, and now ApolloKage on the ground, looking for one of those anti-airs to potentially finish the game, and Ned's trying to dance around it, but that back air putting in overtime for ApolloKage. He has kept Ned locked down in those scrambles every single time, and that move has been the key part of it.
Can we talk about how you saw Apollo just grab at his chest real quick, trying to take a breather, both Ned and Apollo just trying to go in for a reset, because that was incredibly intense. Whether it be chasing him down with an up air if you wanted to shark him, them or just trying to play straight up stage control, you saw that Ned has thought right there that backer could have been it. That could have been the game where it's a GG reset. Also, can we talk about this real quick? That's so fresh.
I always
that is
love
so
that.
fresh.
I always love that. Let the players show off the personality, right? Too?
Yeah, the little intros there too. Got our players out here. I mean, come on, guys. You are watching Top 8 at Let's Make Moves Miami. Currently, Apollo is sitting at match point on moving through this loser's bracket. Ned playing for his life currently.
And not even minding the Shadow Flare, taking the extra damage, and man, I have got to compliment. He goes for the Barbarian Slice and actually does get punished for it. Man, ApolloKage, I feel like through this tournament has shown off more than anything that, right, he's always had the really good, slow, campy zoning playstyle, but his CQC has gotten so good, and that is what has pushed him to the next level this weekend.
I'm sorry. He's just disgusting. He's just disgusting. Are you serious? Ned manages to make his way back now to get him attack to force pull off. Look, you said it's the Barbarian Slice. We are Miami, all right? It's the Papito Slice real quick as he makes his way back into the ledge. Yeah, avoids the Nikita, gets the ledge invincibility, but the dash attack is going to scoop him up.
Again, it's all about those anti-airs, man. ApolloKage's patience has just been so tantamount to helping him find those big openings. And again, nearly got that big forward air, and he is keeping Ned locked down. No, sir. No, sir.
I was like, wait, hold on. Just watch it happen. Just let it happen.
Ned's like, I'm not going near.
I'm not even gonna hang out underneath the platform. Like, listen, Sephiroth is a talker now here, all right? So sometimes you get poked out sometimes here. So, right, gets that rising fair. Where is he going to go? He's going to chase him down here. You saw the high recovery. Oh, so good with that. Tries to get a ledge trump. Fails on the timing as Polo makes his way back.
And knowing that the C4 recovery probably could have just instantly blasted him at that point, AK knew that he needed to go for the grenade recovery, but all of the explosives making everything come together for ApolloKage. 3-1 lead on Ned, and he has just not relented in this set.
I love this. This is, I mean, Apollo is playing so amazing. Look at all the damage. 2 grenades, a C4. He was already at 38, fighting for his life on his last stock, 172. Finally claims Apollo's first stock of this third game. Then now on his tournament stock, you see him now just jumping in between these platforms, trying to find an opening here. Saw the nairs coming in, played patiently by the ledge. But like you mentioned before earlier on, this is exactly the same spot that Apollo likes to play off of. The grab of negating the damage from the grenade as well.
And he has just had control of the pace of the game for so long. And Ned really thrives when he can force you to play on his tempo, right? When he's J.K. Simmons in Whiplash, but he hasn't been able to make that happen. He has not been playing to the beat of his own drum. ApolloKage has really kept things locked down solidly, but Ned not out of it yet. He does hit the Mega Flare, and that is almost the stock.
The grenade. No way that just happened. He dropped the grenade right there too at the same time while he was recovering, and the up air collided with the grenade, but the backer is going to sneak through, still hit him after 150 after hit, 67%. This has been an amazing stock for Ned. Not only has he not taken a lot of damage in the last few seconds, but he's still adding up a lot of this pressure when Apollo was up 2 stocks, and it's still going. Grenade follow-up in, then you saw the up air coming in, the C4 on that top platform. Ned says, I'm not touching that at all.
You can have that grenade back too, sir. He's just got to make a little bit more room. Pulling out the Scintilla, not going to help him here. And look at him just minding every little inch that ApolloKage is taking, not even falling victim to the
Nikita. He jumped on the C4! He jumped on the C4! We were talking about it! Oh, and he was playing so well on that last stock. He was bringing it back. But also, can we talk about the damage that Apollo's putting on with just the grenades, the Nikita on the right side of the platform? I mean, I didn't know we were going to traverse through a battlefield here, but an amazing play from ApolloKage as he's going to go on through that loser's bracket.
Yeah, and great stuff to him. Again, just kind of had control of the pace of the set the entire time. Never really relented. Ned, not until those last few moments, was able to get something started of his own, and I feel like part of that was that ApolloKage felt like, okay, I'm playing with the lead, I'm up 2-0, I'm about to move on, so let's see if I can just not make a dumb mistake and see if Ned will come to me and kind of give me the game. And that did end up happening there by jumping into the C4, but it kind of came down to the wire in that game 3.
It goes back to what I was saying before about looking at the different playstyles that we see from the different top-level snakes that we get to be exposed to in the community. And Apollo just has a different type of playstyle when it comes to not only turning it up when it comes to the aggression, but his quick ability to adapt and utilize the grenades as like makeshift bodyguards is actually fantastic. It gives me like the Buzz Pikmin vibes almost in that sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, get down, Mr. President, but he does it with the grenades instead. said. So it's been a great play from Apollo as he is going to be able to move on. But what a great showcase from this top level player, because I mean, this is where you're going to get all the sauce.
Yeah, and again, I mean, this is somebody who has been fiending to make it into top 8 at a huge tournament like this for so long, and not only has finally made it, but also winning the first set in losers as well to move on, and that is preceded by, before top 8, a 5-set losers run just to get to Ned. That is now a 6-set losers run for ApolloKage, and it is not over yet.
Yeah, and you know, it's actually nice to note now that Apollo, as he is going to be moving on through the losers quarters finals, he will be playing against the loser of Mute Ace and Riddles. So, you know, still got a whole lot ahead of him for this bracket.
And we can take a look at the bracket as well. You can see, just like you said, Mute Ace and Riddles, the loser of that will go on to play ApolloKage, who's moved on, and Onin and Zomba, the other side of winners semis. And whoever falls in that is going to have one of the scariest just no-win situations there, the other side of losers quarters, because the other side of losers eights is Zeta's, Akola, and TSM's Tweak.
I can't believe that this is what we're going to be getting already. I mean, is this going to be the yeah, I know. Is this going to be the opportunity for Tweak to get his revenge, maybe? I mean, we saw the action that went down between Akola and Tweak just its Smash Summit 5, so that's going to be also very interesting.
Oh, I think that we should hopefully get these players up here in just a second. I know that Rodney is ready to tell us about it, so let's see what he's got to say.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Miami, are you still with me? Are you still with me? Can I hear something? Yo, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, so look, first and foremost, oh, hold on. Wait, am I still there? Hold on. Okay, there I am. Yo, so up to the stage right here. Can we have best Steve in the business, ApolloKage? That's a fly jacket, by the way.
Sheesh.
Stylish on and off the sticks. That's how you do it. I'm going to need y'all help for this next one. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. TSM's very own Tweak! That's right. That's right. Make as much noise as you can. This is going to be a great one. Vicky Kimona, back to you, homies.
Well, I'm glad that we get to do it, because this is, I mean, two players that at any given point could make themselves